What's up, everybody? Here we are on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in St. Paul. We're above zero today, which is always nice. Our friend out east, Jeff, has sent us more Trillium. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
You are unstoppable.
So trill.
And the thing that we're going to focus on today is this Pow Pow, which I think is a collaboration beer with Lawson's Finest. And the thing that's unique about this is it's brewed with Lupulin powder.
Yeah.
Would one of you guys want to say what summarize quickly what that is, please?
Well,
and I'll pour some of this
It's a concentrated hop extract that, according to the informational pamphlets Dono handed out, is created by cryogenically freezing whole hop cones.
Flash freezing and then shattering whole hops. But I don't know at that point then do you heat it and then make it into a wax or a gel? I mean, it sounds like powder, but it also kind of
they
looks
talk
a little
about
bit
powder.
like what comes off of bees, pollen a little bit, like a clump. So I don't
Kind
know.
of like a resiny, sticky
The one
clump,
thing
right?
that seems clear through both this blog chunk that Don found from somewhere and Trillium's website is no one really is giving up all the information.
Oh, I think
There's a lot of my source and who wants to be anonymous, so I think we're stepping into some top secret stuff here.
That's me.
I'm dark,
I'm
you're
the
light,
light- yeah, I'm the
you're
light
dark.
side.
You're
I could
Luke
smell that
Skywalker.
as soon as you open the can.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. So
Trying to
it's
show the
um,
cloudiness and the sunshine.
Yeah, it's like orange juice.
when they talk about it as mainly used for, I don't know if you just said this, but mainly used for aroma, and almost, does it say like dry?
They mentioned
Dry powdering?
Dry hop is
dry hopping or post fermentation and whirlpool additions, right? Like for aroma, and it's super potent.
It
Maybe
is.
the hoppiest
It's nice.
smelling beer I've ever.
Oh, I wonder if it has a date on this one. 12/12.
It's a month.
So if that's a canning date, it is January 14th, so that is just over a month.
They do talk about how this will fade quicker than even pelletized dry hops.
Yeah, the cheat sheet referenced like a 2-week event horizon past which the aroma will start to fade, but if this is what it smells like at 4 weeks, I can't imagine if it was
Couple
more
weeks.
intense 2 weeks ago. It's
So the
potent.
specific hops, and even they say powder, it says Citra, lupulin powder, Simcoe, lupulin powder, Mosaic, lupulin powder. Then it says Galaxy and Nelson. Now, without having tasted it, the aroma then would presumably be mostly from the powder, but that's a lot of different stuff they're throwing at you if you have Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic. I mean, Mosaic itself is really complex, and then you have Citra and Simcoe. So I was just gonna say dank. The dank is coming off.
Get pineapple, get mango.
Are you getting some of that business?
Yeah, I mean it's all bottom layer stuff under the intense. It's like you smelt your hands after picking hop cones. And then when I just took that first drink,
Oh,
it's like when you lick your fingers after picking hop.
This is really like the stereotypical hop juice. I mean,
It
this is like the New
literally-
England, and it's murky AF, and it tastes like hop juice, like pulpy orange juice, except with hops.
Yeah, that texture, that mouthfeel, the plushness is totally there, like you'd expect from a beer of that
Just
opacity.
can't get over the
And it's
color.
it looks like orange juice.
It kind of does.
It's hard to tell
Is
from
that
a
the
can
powder at
but
the bottom?
that's
If there was like a
Is this
cloudy,
powder?
huh?
Is that powder? Or is that
I
more
didn't
the yeast
pour
thing?
out the. There's a little bit in there, so I try not to pour out the whole
There's
thing. Are you
definitely
seeing
some silt.
Yeah, with the powder, that was one thing I was wondering about. Would the powder dissolve? So you'd be drinking the
I
powder.
would assume
Not.
the hop concentrate would dissolve.
Really?
I would assume, yeah, because I think it's largely like the resins and oils of the flower.
Which is kind of different than when you dry hop.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, a lot of that doesn't get in the packaged beer.
Right, and
Well,
there's
between dropping
less,
out and being filtered.
and less volume loss, which is another
Right.
big thing that pro brewers are liking about the hop.
So maybe we're
Lupulin powder.
actually drinking the powder then. We're
I would
speculating.
think to a degree. I mean, even a really deep and intensely dry hopped beer, you'll see pollen like dust floating around in there. I mean, it's clear that you don't filter it at
This
that
is a
point.
double IPA.
It doesn't drink like it. It's
Oh,
super
it's 7.
crushable.
Well, it's 7.7. Double in the
That's well
sense
done.
of double the hop
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
As I sit with it a little bit more, I get some of those berry notes that I kind of associate with Mosaic, and there's some pine in there too.
I was
Like
gonna
some really like
actually say
fruity type spruce juniper kind of pine.
that, which you can get from Mosaic, but Simcoe.
Also
is in there,
Simcoe,
too.
yeah.
I don't Galaxy and Nelson. I know we had different ones that were hopped with. We had a dry hopped one with Galaxy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Another time.
The hell on
Nelson.
that thing.
Does that mean? I don't know
Yeah.
if I cut that off. I wonder if that means that doesn't mean Nelson Sauvin. There's not a Nelson hop, is there?
It's got to be Nelson Sauvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also a white wine.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is I mean, that's a lot of a hop.
Mm.
I don't think it's off-putting or convoluted or muddled. It's just sort of
Intense.
a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah, intense.
It's a lot of powder.
Is that
Lots of-
is
lots
that,
of powder
is that a
sun.
teepee? You're just intense. I don't know. Sorry.
It's camping, Don.
I know. Hop camping.
This is a big hop camp.
A little numbing on the tongue after
Mm-hmm.
a little while with it. It starts to just kind of like
The
dull.
The psychotropic effects of the hop plant taking over. You're gonna go into your auto impersonation.
Oh yeah, I was going there. I didn't mean to. I didn't know I could do an auto impression.
This is a really nice beer.
Yeah, thanks.
No,
Once again.
Be interesting to see where the powder goes in the future.
I wonder if that takes more hops to produce some powder in that method instead of just packaging the hops, processing them normally. I'm just wondering if it's, because there's more and more craft brewers all the time, which use a higher number of hops than commercial breweries, per bottle, and I just wonder about the hops. How many hops can we make? Can we grow?
It's an interesting question, and it's kind of an argument for doing those super late cold side additions based on oil content, right, rather than weight.
Okay.
Like if you're
To get
you
a
need to add
higher effect, more effect.
yeah, X milliliters worth of oil in so many barrels of beer to get your desired effect. You could get to that with Y pounds of hops,
Yeah.
but probably Z grams of lupulin powder. This is getting way too algebraic, and I
Yeah.
apologize.
I don't know. No, I think
You said it more succinctly.
I get what you're saying. But
That's
it
good.
also comes down to if breweries have the motivation, time, effort, and energy to use whatever they if it's harder or easier to do a certain thing, if it gives them whatever effect they want, then they're gonna like dry hopping is a pain in the butt, right? But people like the effect that you get, so they do a lot of it. These New England IPA beers like this are using a lot of dry hops, so if the lupulin powder needs to be in there, then they're gonna do it.
Man, the foam even tastes like it's got some in it,
Mm-hmm.
like some pollen.
It's really pretty bitter, but it's
I
not.
was gonna say that too.
It's not unbalanced.
Yeah.
There's enough of a malt character in there. The malt I didn't mention. It says American two-row barley, English pale ale malt, flaked wheat, white wheat, C15. What's that?
Caramel 15.
Dextrin, dextrose.
Huh.
Dextrin.
Dextrin is a
malt
malt.
is like carabels.
Yeah.
Ish.
Carrot foam.
But what's dextrose? Isn't that sugar?
Corn sugar.
Oh, so they
Yeah.
juice it up with a little sugar.
Oh,
which
it's juiced.
it's
It's juiced.
it's on the loose,
Yeah.
baby.
I'm gonna start using cryogenically frozen concentrated dextrose.
Wish you would.
Mm-hmm.
Malt dust.
They
Sugar dust.
that's pretty common in double IPAs though. Use some sugar, one form or
Mhm.
another. Well, I think we've introduced people to the concept of the lupulin powder if they've never heard of it. I think this was the first time that I've heard of it. I've been hearing of the oil recently.
Yeah, the CO2 extract. That's been around
Or
for a little
steam
while.
captured or distilled hop
Mhm.
oil or whatever. Some
Yeah.
distillation process. But this is the first time I heard of this and the first time I probably have tasted it that I've been aware of. And that's we're gonna drink the other beers. We'll maybe let Jeff know how those go, but we've done a lot of these Trillium beers, so we might just wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay warm. See you next time.
Stay trill.